So there are four stories that are going to define the 2021 season. Number one, of course, the return of fans with COVID. There are a lot of every team has different regulations and rules that have been imposed to them by their local and state health officials. Now, the numbers of fans allowed in the stands this year is going to be dependent on what governments do. That for example, the Texas Rangers are going to open with 100% capacity. Well, when they take the field for the home opener, 100% is going to be what the Rangers have when they take the field on April 5th against the Toronto Blue Jays, their first home game of the season. And it'll be the first home game with fans at their new ballpark, which was, of course, which of course did not happen last year for them because of COVID, but the playoffs in the NLCS and the World Series, there were fans at Globe Life Park because of the leniency of the Texas state government. Number two is going to be the looming looming of collective bargaining agreement negotiations. Now, this free agent class that's going to come out this off season will be one of the best free agent classes in recent memory. You look at the shortstop position, you look at starting pitching, you look at position player depth around. I think this is going to be one of the best. That we'll have to see how Francisco Lindor how that situation unfolds next couple of days with the Mets. But Trevor Story's a free agent, Javi Baez is a free agent. So with all that being said, how is that going to be impacted by the collective bargaining agreement negotiations? And this has been something that's been looming for a really long time. It was a topic of discussion during the pause last year when the teams and the players tried to figure out how to proceed with the 2020 season. I think it's going to be something brought up in the second half if they can't get something close to momentum being done on that front. But it's also going to. I think this is going to be the biggest referendum on Rob Manfred. Rob Manfred has certainly come under a lot of controversy. He's done a lot of things for the game that have been opposed by fans and the diehards. We'll have to see how he impacts he impacts the negotiations and how he'll be received by the fans following any potential negotiations. So we have COVID. We have the looming CBA negotiations. Number three is something that has been coming around the last few days because if you've been following the news, Atlanta has been what has been a source of turmoil in the last couple weeks. There was the Asian hate crime, the shooting spree in Atlanta, and then Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signed Senate Bill 202, which is a voter ID implementation law. Now, there are arguments for and against the bill, but it has come under some heat from players, and there is something which the players are considering taking the All-Star game out of Atlanta as a punishment to the state of Georgia for signing such a bill. The All-Star game is a big time tourism boost, and it has been looked at as one of the first sporting events to take place full capacity without masks after COVID, after the pandemic subsides, and will it be something that's going to be taken up by the commissioner? Part of me believes that that they might try to take the game out of Atlanta for public relations. But the flip side to all this is the death of Henry Aaron, and Hank Aaron is forever revered in the city of Atlanta. So what I think is going to happen is I don't think at this point the All-Star game is moved for intents and purposes because of the legacy of Hank Aaron. But whatever Commissioner Manfred does about this issue, he's going to get some heat because it's a political issue that has divided the country. And number four, onto the games itself. Will the Dodgers take the opportunity of being defending World Series champions and establishing themselves as the evil empire of the 2020s? Now, there has not been a repeat World Series champion since 2000, which is over 2 decades now. This Dodgers team has the best chance of any of the previous teams to repeat as World Series champions. But what will the Dodgers do? Will they get that? What type of dominance would they be able to bring about? If there have been any hints in the last few days on how I think the Dodgers season is going to go, I think watching Dodgers games the last few days, it gives us a hint of what I think is to come. They open up on Thursday in Denver against the now known Arenado-less Colorado Rockies. So four big stories to me: the return after COVID, the CBA negotiations, the All-Star game and social justice, and the Dodgers potentially taking charge in the 2020s.